Hi, happy Monday. I'm here live. I might be a minute early, so I'm not real sure. Every clock, it seems like, is a little bit different. But welcome. It is Monday, March 3rd, and we're going to do a shaker card to here today. I can't even hardly talk. Anyway, sorry about that. I am putting this on my Facebook page, but I'll also put it on my YouTube channel. Here's all my March information, including my social media. So I hope you check that out. So if you've never made a shaker card before, this is a fun one. I didn't put a ton in of the little doodads inside, but I will do more on the next one. I always make one and try to figure out how to do it, and then it makes more sense to me. So hopefully I've figured out all the kinks and it will make sense to you. So I am using, in your mini catalog, I am using the Beautiful Butterflies or Beautiful Bokeh Suite. So I am using this die, which I'll show you. I am using the Itty Bitty Bokeh Mix, and I'm using some of this gorgeous paper. So let's see how to make this card. And basically, I want to show you one more thing. I am casing the catalog. In case you haven't done anything like that, it's great to case the catalog. We have experts making these, creating these designs. And so I think every once in a while I like to make something out of the catalog to show you it really is doable and it's not hard. So what do you need? Here are the supplies you need. You need the, hi Tammy, you need Balmy Blue, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. You need some of that beautiful bokeh, and I have that at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to actually trim this up just a smidge, because I was doing it the other time and it's just a little bit too big. If you do, and I'm just quickly doing it to the side, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, just making an eighth smaller than your bokeh, it'll be good because it'll be covered up. I'll show you that die I'm going to use. And I have a window sheet, which can be a little smaller, but I was having trouble figuring exactly how much, so I just made it 3 7/8 by 4 1/8. I have a strip that is 3/4 inches wide by 4, and you see I put it on a slant there. I am using the Beautiful Butterflies, the entire bundle, stamp set, and the dies. I am also using Storybook Life stamp set. I like it because, you know, it has like Hello Spring, Easter Blessings, Sunny Days. You can do whatever you want. And if you come to my class on the 8th is when we're going to make this card, I will have different sayings in case you have something you want to add. Let me show you the die that I am using. This is one of the dies that I used to cut this out. Then I saved the butterfly part to use on another card. Okay, so let's get to the hard part, which is really not that hard. And it would be helpful if I really scored this correctly. Let's make sure I get it scored correctly. There we go. So it still doesn't look quite right, but I'll get that. Last time I did it a little different and I learned. So I'm going to do it better this time. That's what I say anyway. I am going to start out by laying this, and you could use either side. If you come to my class, I'll have it cut out. You can use this light side or the one with the bokeh dots. I kind of like the bokeh dots, but that's personal preference. First thing I'm going to have you do is set this on here. And then I'm going to have you take a light pencil and just do the tip of the butterfly, so you kind of know where to stamp. So I'll take that off. So I've got that done. Now, for this one, it is a stamp that I was having trouble stamping at first. I wasn't getting the inside. So here's a couple things I did. First of all, I'm going to stamp it on a mat. Gives it a little bit of cushion, and I find I get a better image. Second thing, I have this Stampin' Up! Used to sell these. They don't anymore. It's just a, well, it's kind of like a sandpaper, but it's for paper. And I just kind of roughed up the stamp a little bit. The third thing, I made sure that my black was really inked well. And the fourth thing is a friend of mine had given this. It's from Stampendous. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to use that to really push on that stamp. The other thing is if you really are not happy with what you did, you can always turn it over, of course. And the other thing you can do is you can use a black marker to just fill in anything that really didn't ink. You notice this is such a big one. I'm inking the stamp, not the other way around. Now I'm going to line up, and it's harder to do on camera. Well, let me see if I can do it. Line up these two. And here's what I'm going to use this for. I'm going to push. You could use a brayer. You can use your hands really good. This one just really helps me to get that inked up really well. Especially in the middle, I find. See how I did? Not bad. That one inked really well. So just a couple of tips if you're having trouble with that. I'm going to move this to the side. And this is what I didn't do last time. And I'm going to recommend you do. First of all, oh, that's a bad eraser. I don't know why. Sometimes you get a bad eraser and sometimes you don't. I'm just going to erase my marks. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card base. I did not do that last time, and I regretted it. It was like, what was I thinking? I don't know, and I know better. So get that on there as close as you can. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take, and I have 3 different things when you come to my class. I have loose dots, I have champagne dots, and I have the itty bitty bokeh. I'm going to ask, just so that everybody has a lot of opportunity, just take 1 handful of the itty bitty bokeh, and I'm just kind of putting it there. And I think I did something wrong already, but I'm going to keep going with it. I'm not going to put any other ones on until I put my border around it. So what I'm going to do is I am using, these are called foam adhesive sheets. So I'm going to come around, and this basically makes a barrier so that your little dots can't get out of there. I used to, it depends on the project. Sometimes you can cut them up. But this time I'm really just, and make sure those meet really good. I'm just going to come around and put it, and it's malleable. It'll move the way you want it to. And then I'll show you something else I didn't do last time. I forgot. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was bad. So as I tell everybody, I try to figure it out, and then I do a video, because sometimes I forget. The next thing I'm going to do is take another one of these foam adhesive sheets, strips, and I'm going to put one here. And I'm just going to rip it up. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put one here. This you don't have to worry if they're not completely, because they don't need to keep the goodies in there. Now I'm going to put some loose dots. And I'm going to put some champagne dots. Just a teeny little bit of each one. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off all the adhesive. See, last time I forgot to do the sides, and I'll show you the difference when I'm done. I'm taking all the adhesive off. Let me move those up. All right. So I think we've got that part done. The next thing I'm going to do is put the adhesive sheet, and they're going to come with this little piece of parchment to, because if you touch a window sheet a lot, it gets fingerprinted, and it just doesn't look good. So now I'm going to put this on and trap all of that in there. See how that is? And even right now, you can roll that around. See, I did a better job. I put it closer this time, and I think it keeps it. This time, you can see they're getting stuck down here. I kept it closer to the butterfly, and I did a better job that time. So that's what I'll tell you to do. The next thing you're going to do, I would use a liquid glue. You could put it on. I already did it the other way, but you could put it on either way. If you wanted to have the other side show, you'd have to cut it that way. If you come to my class, I'll probably have it cut this way, just so you know. Now, I have to very carefully adhere that on. Try not to get that white to show. And I got to move it a little bit because I see some of my... I might have, now, see, I learned a lot. I might have gotten a little bit close because you see a little bit of the white foam there. I'm okay with that, but I should have put it down just a smidge under. See, every time I do it. Although, you have to, can you see the foam? I guess you can right there, but it's very hard. Could I take this up and try to monkey with it? Yes, because I'm like that. But I would probably say, you know what? I am going to leave it. Because it's really okay. And if people say, oh my gosh, I see the foam. Well, this one, so we got to look at both of them. This one, the foam is down farther. I didn't get it as lined up as well. And you see, I think I didn't get enough of the dots in there. This one, I think I got it lined up much better, but I'm going to have to make sure when I'm putting this on that you put the white foam just a little bit lower, but I still don't think it's offensive because I can barely see it. I have to look real close to see it. And then I'm going to put and you can put whatever saying you want. In the book, they put happy birthday. So that is how you make a shaker card. I hope you try it. It is not hard. And it's just so beautiful with the butterfly. I really enjoy it. So I hope you try this technique and have a great day.